These are the Daily Tech headlines for Friday, February 7th, 2025. I'm Rob Dunwood. The UK government has reportedly ordered Apple to create a backdoor, allowing security officials access to users' encrypted iCloud backups, a move that would grant British security services access to backups from any user worldwide, not just UK citizens, while prohibiting Apple from informing users that their encryption was compromised. According to the Washington Post, the secret order issued last month is based on the UK's Investigatory Powers Act of 2016, also known as the Snoopers Charter, and demands blanket access to all end-to-end encrypted files uploaded by users rather than targeting specific accounts. In response to the order, Apple is expected to simply stop offering advanced data protection in the UK. This wouldn't, however, meet the UK's demand for access to files shared by global users. Newly unsealed emails provide what has been described as the, quote, most damning evidence, end quote, yet against Meta in a copyright case brought by book authors who alleged the company illegally trained its AI models on pirated books. Last month, Meta admitted to torrenting the controversial LibGen dataset, which contains tens of millions of pirated books, but the extent of its actions remained unclear until yesterday when unredacted emails were made public. The new evidence reveals that Meta torrented at least 81.7 terabytes of data from multiple libraries via Anna's archive, including 35.7 terabytes from Z Library and LibGen, in addition to a previous download of 80.6 terabytes from LibGen. The author's court filing called the scale of Meta's unlawful torrenting scheme astonishing, noting that vastly smaller instances of data piracy, just 0.008% of the copyrighted works Meta allegedly pirated, have previously led judges to refer cases for criminal investigation. Apple is set to unveil a long-anticipated overhaul of the iPhone SE in the coming days, aiming to modernize its budget model to drive growth and attract customers from rival brands. According to sources familiar with the matter, the company plans to announce the device as early as next week, with sales beginning later in the month. Rather than holding a launch event, Apple is expected to reveal the updated model on its website, maintaining secrecy around the plans. Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, is spearheading the rapid development of GSAI, a custom generative AI chatbot for the U.S. General Services Administration. This initiative aligns with President Trump's AI-first agenda, aiming to modernize the federal government through advanced technology. The project's primary goal is to enhance productivity for the GSA's 12,000 employees responsible for managing federal office buildings, contracts, and IT infrastructure. Additionally, Musk's team intends to leverage the chatbot and other AI tools to analyze extensive contract and procurement data. South Korean prosecutors plan to appeal the Supreme Court after an appeals court acquitted Samsung Electronics chairman J.Y. Lee of all charges related to a controversial 2015 merger. Lee, who has faced ongoing legal battles, was accused of orchestrating the $8 billion merger between two Samsung affiliates to strengthen his control over the tech giant, but he denied any wrongdoing, insisting he never intended to deceive or harm investors for personal gain. On February 3rd, the Seoul High Court upheld a lower court's ruling dismissing all charges, rejecting prosecutors' claims that the merger financially harmed minority shareholders. Samsung declined to comment on the ruling. Meta has partnered with UNESCO to launch the Language Technology Partner Program with the goal of collecting speech recordings and transcriptions to aid in the development of future open source AI. The program is looking for collaborators who can provide more than 10 hours of speech recordings with transcriptions, large amounts of written text, and sets of translated sentences in diverse languages. These partners will work with Meta's AI teams to integrate these languages into AI speech recognition and translation models, which will eventually be open sourced. Cerebras Systems, an AI chip firm backed by UA tech conglomerate G42, announced a partnership with France's Mistral, helping the European AI company achieve a speed record. Mistral, an open source AI developer, is competing with Meta Platforms and Chinese DeepSeek, both of which recently made headlines with claims of cutting-edge performance at a low cost, as well as OpenAI, the creator of ChatGPT. On Thursday, Mistral launched an app called LeChat, capable of responding to user queries at a rate of 1,000 words per second. Cerebras, which provides the computing power behind these results, claims this makes Mistral the world's fastest AI assistant, surpassing both OpenAI and DeepSeek. And finally, Google has revised Gemini's AI response in a Super Bowl commercial to remove an incorrect statistic about cheese, which originally claimed that Gouda accounted for 50 to 60% of the world's cheese consumption. In the updated YouTube version, Gemini now simply states that Gouda is one of the most popular cheeses in the world. Google Cloud Apps President Jerry Dischler initially defended the original response on X, insisting it was grounded in the web and not a hallucination. Based on a quick web search, Gemini appears to have regurgitated that stat from a website called cheese.com, which is filled with what seems to be SEO optimized blogs. For more analysis and tech news of the day, subscribe to dailytechnewsshow.com. You can find show notes and links to all the headlines there as well. Thanks for listening. We'll talk to you next time.